Breaking! An unexpected trade has just shaken up the NFL behind the scenes, and the Chargers are at the center of this upheaval. My friend, this isn't just any move. We're talking about a bold decision that could change the game before the season even starts. I've gotten behind-the-scenes access, and I'll tell you every detail. But first, if you wear a Bolts jersey with pride, like and activate the bell, because this story will take you by surprise. The 2025 NFL season is just around the corner, and the Los Angeles Chargers are about to take the field with decisions and surprises that could define the team's fate this year. Between unexpected injuries, strategic reinforcements, and possible last-minute trades, the team is experiencing an intense offseason, and fans need to pay attention to every move. In this video, we'll reveal all the details you can't miss, and, believe me, some of them could completely change the course of the Chargers' offense and defense. So get ready, because the countdown has begun, and every piece of news here is vital for anyone who wants to understand the team's immediate future. The Los Angeles Chargers entered the 2025 offseason with lofty ambitions, and one of their star backfield players could finally return in time for Week 1. General Manager Joe Ortiz and head coach Jim Harbaugh transformed the team in 2024 from a 5-win record to an 11-win record, and now they're determined to take it even further. Harbaugh, known for his love of a dominant running game, used the offseason to overhaul the running back core, signing veteran Najee Harris to a 1-year, $5.25 million contract and drafting Omarion Hampton from North Carolina in the first round of the draft. But what seemed like a perfect scenario was interrupted by an unforeseen event. Najee Harris suffered an eye injury during a 4th of July fireworks celebration. The severity of the injury required hospitalization and a few weeks out. Since then, the veteran has been training in isolation and has yet to participate in full practices with the team, leaving Omarion Hampton as the default starting right tackle. The rookie has shown excellent performance, taking full reps and adapting quickly to the Chargers system, but his lack of league experience still raises questions about how he and Harris will share the ball when the veteran returns. Ortiz, in an interview with ESPN, remained optimistic. Najee is doing great, going through all the medical procedures, but he's on the right track, and I think he should be able to play hopefully in Week 1. If confirmed, Harris's return will give the team an explosive combination of experience and youth in the running attack. Furthermore, the Chargers still have the hidden gem Rocket Sanders, recently added as an undrafted free agent who impressed in the preseason. The backfield's dynamics could be one of the team's biggest offensive differentiators, and fans will need to keep an eye on this trio, which promises to move the offensive line and create opportunities for Herbert to throw with greater ease. Day. Key here is simple. With Najee Harris returning and Hampton showing potential, the Chargers have the running attack to compete with any defense, but there's still one critical area that could unravel everything if it isn't strengthened: the offensive line, and that's where the next chapter of this offseason comes in. While the Chargers' backfield adjusts, the offensive line faces its own set of challenges, which could make or break the offense as early as Week 1. Trey Pipkins, an offensive tackle who many fans have questioned in recent years due to his ups and downs, became even more crucial to the roster after Rashawn Slater's injury, which ended his season before the official start of the season. Originally slated as swing tackle, Pipkins was forced to take over as the starting right tackle, while Joe Alt moved to the left side of the line. This change, seemingly simple at first glance, actually carries enormous weight, as Justin Herbert's protection depends on timing and consistency, something that can be affected by even small changes to the offensive line. In recent days, rumors about possible trades or cuts for Pipkins have gained traction in the media. One of the most talked about proposals suggested sending him to the Houston Texans in exchange for a 7th-round pick. However, NFL experts and offensive line analysts warn that such a decision would be extremely risky. Pipkins isn't just a rotation player. He has 56 career starts, offering vital experience at a time when the Chargers' offensive line suffers from worrying holes. Backup options like Blake Fisher and Zach Thomas haven't excelled in practice and the preseason, meaning losing Pipkins could expose Herbert to constant pressure and put the backfield in danger. I go from the opening snap. The dilemma, therefore, goes much deeper than simple salary cap savings. Cutting or trading Pipkins could free up financial space, but it would also compromise the quarterback's overall protection and reduce the effectiveness of the running game that Najee Harris and Omarion Hampton have been building with such effort and dedication. The decision regarding Pipkins isn't just about numbers, contracts, or draft picks. It's about the survival of the offensive line, the integrity of the offense, and the team's ability to execute plays in critical situations against elite defenders. And this offensive line vulnerability directly connects to the next point of the offseason. While the backfield adjusts and the protection stabilizes, the Chargers' defense still has worrying gaps. Without a reliable cornerback to close the perimeter, the entire work of Herbert and the running attack could be compromised, especially in decisive divisional matchups against opponents like Kansas City, Las Vegas, and Denver. Every decision on the offensive line and every defensive reinforcement will be crucial for Los Angeles to enter the 2025 season as a truly competitive team, without relying solely on Herbert's individual talent or the momentary brilliance of their running backs. With Justin Herbert solidified and the offense adjusting, the Chargers' defense still has a critical weakness: perimeter coverage. In recent years, the team has struggled to contain elite receivers in the AFC, and while Derwin James is an exceptional safety capable of making decisive plays, relying on him to close every coverage gap has been a constant challenge. Every mistake or delay by a cornerback forces James to chase the loss, exposing the team to deep passes and explosive plays. Currently, the cornerback group, including Josser Taylor and Asante Samuel Jr., has talent and potential, but lacks the consistency and experience to face high-level quarterbacks and receiving corps with established chemistry, such as those of Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City or Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. This weakness in the secondary has been one of the Chargers' main obstacles to further playoff contention. To address this gap immediately, the Chargers are eyeing a last-minute trade involving L'Jarius Sneed, currently with the Tennessee Titans. Sneed has demonstrated the ability to cover starting receivers, play physically in one-on-one situations, and offer versatility in both the slot and the edge. This adaptability makes him a perfect complement to the pressure of Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack, allowing the Chargers' defense to operate more balanced and less reliant on emergency adjustments. The proposal under discussion involves Los Angeles giving up a 2026 second-round pick and a conditional fourth-round pick in 2027, which could be upgraded to the third if Sneed signs a contract extension. If finalized, Sneed's arrival would immediately change the defensive dynamic. Josser Taylor would gain more freedom to play in the slot, and Derwin James would no longer have to compensate for outside coverage breakdowns on every play, allowing him to focus on making defenses impact games more strategically. For a team with serious ambitions to compete among the AFC's elite and compete on equal terms with Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and other big names, this trade represents more than just a technical reinforcement. It's a bold move that sends a clear message to the entire NFL that the Chargers are prepared to compete in 2025, taking calculated risks to strengthen critical areas of the team. Combining an explosive backfield led by Najee Harris and Omarion Hampton, an offensive line adjusted to protect Herbert, and now a defense potentially transformed with Sneed loss. Angeles is positioned to finally be a true contender in the AFC. However, all these pieces need to fall into place quickly, and the countdown to Week 1 has already begun. Every practice, every roster decision, and every player recovery will make a difference. For fans who follow closely, the season promises to reveal how this carefully assembled team can transform the Chargers into NFL protagonists, ready to compete for decisive victories and finally break out of mediocre seasons. Subscribe to our channel here, and don't forget to turn on notifications to stay up to date on everything related to our favorite team.